but we don't talk a lot about human improvement.
But human improvement, okay, so I love Bryan Johnson and I love what he does. But his entire mission about don't die, I just don't get it because when he says don't die, and if we yeah, scientists think of dying as a disease, right? But if we eradicate that disease, then everybody is gonna start living. So the population will explode. What about that? And isn't death what is giving meaning to life? Maybe if you are a billionaire, then maybe you would want to live indefinitely. Uh, but for most people won't want to live indefinitely. The fact that I know that one day I will die as a human gives all the meaning that I have to my life.
I talk a lot about the virtues of good sleep, and I also talk about the costs of bad sleep, but to experience them is very different.
That is something which is very true. I mean, the best thing that I love about Bryan Johnson is he's such a poster boy of sleep. I mean, something which I struggle with. I thank God that I struggle with it much less now. But for the most of my life, I have been struggling with sleep, and I'm just so grateful to this guy because sleep is something which you can easily ignore because it's like so passive, and because of our modern society, which is very digitally oriented, it is very easy to ignore sleep. I know for a fact that if I shut down the lights and if I just give myself 15 minutes, I will fall asleep. But I just don't have the patience to do that because I'm just engrossed in my social media feed and I'm just watching one reel after the other. So it gets very difficult at that point to convince yourself to fall asleep.
When you do a protocol, you want to start at some moderate level and then work your way up. And the key for doing that is just take your first step. And what people don't realize is you string together those moments and you actually realize you don't want to die.
The don't die movement is basically it's like a marketing campaign for his social media content creation business that he's running, which is absolutely great. Like it's good. Like I'm not criticizing it or anything, but I just don't think that the don't die is effective in a literal sense.
You're suffering hearing loss. Oh, okay. Fine. So when I came in tonight, I handed many.
He should come to India if he thinks this will cause hearing loss. Oh, he already did, right? And so I don't know if you know this, but he came to India and there was this podcast where he had to walk out of the podcast because like he felt like the air quality in Mumbai was really affecting his throat, and he was feeling all this itchiness, and like which I cannot really defend India here. I mean, because air quality in India is really disgusting.
To be fair, ear loss. Because when the decibel level is over 80, you're losing your hearing. I know this because I've lost hearing.
And yes, noise pollution is a big problem in India. So yeah, it's just crazy, and I don't even bother to check if I'm like what kind of effect it is causing to my health, because it will just make me even more depressed than I already am. Because I cannot really do anything about it. The thing with noise pollution and air pollution, these problems are societal problems. Yes, it is affecting me. If I live in New Delhi, if I breathe the dirty air of New Delhi, yes, 100% is affecting my health in a very negative way. It is literally reducing my lifespan. I know that. But can I do anything about it? Nothing. What can I do? I absolutely love Bryan Johnson. I think he's an inspiration to a lot of, especially young people. But I can't help but wonder if he provokes a lot of people. Like I could imagine a lot of people would start hating him because he's like that annoying nerd who's like, no, no, you have to use this one and not that one. Yes, you know what I mean. Like for example, look at that guy. Look at that guy at the back. I'll show you. Wait a minute. Look at that guy. Look at this guy at the back with his like frown face. I don't know. I don't know if he's enjoying this lecture. I don't know. Everybody, by the way, like is like that one guy where he's like is like this. Hey man, but whatever he's saying, he's trying to do like his intentions are absolutely good, right? So if people are immature, that's their problem. But I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, that's how most people are. Like most people don't like lectures and stuff, and like it was a like party pooper, boring.
Do you want to die in 40 years? Why would I say yes?
But then no one will say yes, and I just don't get it. Like for me personally, the meaning of life, meaning of my life, it's all about like the fact of knowing that I will die one day. So that gives meaning to my life. I just don't know. I would think like, it will be so weird if I think like I will live forever. It's just I don't know. Maybe I would enjoy it if humanity was coming up with new stuff. I would be excited to see all that innovation. But other than that, it can get boring, maybe after a point.